Hello, come on in and take a seat. What time is your appointment today? All right, just confirming. And can you confirm your first, last name, and date of birth for me? Perfect. All right, it looks like we have you on the schedule today for a Nexplanon insertion. Does that sound about right? All right. Okay. Now, have you already had a birth control consult where you've gone over all of your options? You have? Okay. And were you on any other previous forms of birth control, or are you currently still taking any others? Whether it be the pill, the shot, an IUD? Okay, just want to confirm. Are you currently on any blood thinners at this time? No? Okay. Are you on any medications right now for any underlying medical conditions? Okay. And you just take that daily? Okay. Any new surgeries that you've had since we last saw you? Non-smoker, correct? Okay, and any new family diagnosis of breast, ovarian, or uterine cancer? Have you undergone any procedure before? And any complications with that procedure? Okay, just making sure. Now, what arm is most dominant for you? Okay, and are you okay if we put it in your other one? There are just going to be a few consent forms that we are going to have you sign before I step out today. But I will get the room prepped and ready to go for your Nexplanon insertion. So, the first thing that I am going to need from you is just your vital signs. Let me pull up your chart here too. So you are here. Nexplanon insert, and I will ask for your signature at the very end of this, okay? Awesome. All right, let me move this a little bit. And so we are just going to get your vital signs. So I'm just gonna grab some sanitizer. How are you feeling today? Are you nervous a little bit? I would say most people are, but trust me when I tell you, once we put that numbing medicine in, the lidocaine, you won't be feeling any pain at all. If anything, you'll kind of be feeling this weird pulling, kind of tugging pressure. And of course, we're gonna make sure that you're all numbed up and good to go before we even do anything like that, okay? For sure. One thing I should probably make note of, just to confirm, is do you have any allergies at all to any medications, iodine, anything like that? Okay, so you're good. Just want to confirm. Awesome, awesome. Let me just put this around here. If you want, you can set up. You can put your feet flat for me. Just kind of relax for a second. If you could put your arm through there. Perfect. I'm just gonna take a listen here. pressure is a little bit higher, but I can tell you're a bit nervous for today. All right, so I'm just gonna need to slip this out of your arm. 3, 2, 1. Check. Just take the air out of here. Yeah, every time we've seen you before, your blood pressure is pretty good, so don't even worry about it. All right, I am gonna put this away. And the next thing we'll do is that temperature check. Anybody around you with the flu or COVID? Good. I gotta go find my thermometer, so give me 1 second. Listen. In a different drawer. As you can tell, I came very prepared today. Okay. Just writing your blood pressure there. Alrighty. Just going to grab your temperature strip here. And as always, this is just going to go underneath your tongue. Okay, very good. Temperature is normal. No signs of a low-grade fever. Alright, let me put this over here. So, let me just get that going. So basically, the consent form states that you understand the procedure that you are getting today. Again, confirm your first and last name and your date of birth. Awesome. For Leanna, the PA puts your Nexplanon in. She'll briefly run through everything in the consent form again as far as side effects of Nexplanon and risks to the procedure. But generally, you understand that the Nexplanon is a progestin-only hormone-containing device. It's about the size of a matchstick, if you will, very bendy, flexible stick that you should be able to feel superficially underneath your arm. In the event that you are no longer able to feel your Nexplanon, of course, you have to let us know and come in to see if we're able to locate it, as one of the risks are migration. One thing we will also need from you before we prep you for the Nexplanon procedure is I am going to need a urine sample to confirm that you are not pregnant. When was the first day of your last menstrual period? Okay, awesome, perfect timing. So yeah, we'll just get that for our records. And you understand the side effects of Nexplanon? Okay. All right, so if you wouldn't mind just signing right over here. Thank you very much. So your chart is all ready. So what I am gonna do here is I am going to check you into the system to let Leanna, the PA, know you're ready. And then what I am going to wanna do is I'm going to set up the table for your Nexplanon insertion. I do have a drape here in case you get cold, but really all you're going to be exposing is your arm. So I'm going to leave that over there for you. And then let me see here. Let's see. And then the cup for the urine sample. Let me see if I put it here somewhere. There it is. All right, so I have a cup here. I will label your name on it. And then what you're gonna do for me is just leave that urine sample so I can get a pregnancy test. And then we'll get you back in the room, get you set up, and Leanna, the PA, will be in for your Nexplanon insertion. Not a problem at all. She'll come in, explain everything to you. Don't worry, you're in good hands, okay? All right, I'll give you some privacy. Hello, it is very nice to see you. As you probably already know, my name is Leanna and I'm the PA that'll be inserting your Nexplanon. It looks like we have all of your consent forms signed, but I did want to run over it real quickly with you just to make sure that you are fully informed before we get this Nexplanon inserted. The Nexplanon is an extremely effective, reversible form of birth control that can stay in your arm for 3 years, okay? Now, of course, if at any point you do not like your Nexplanon or you do not want it in your arm anymore, we will remove it sooner than that, okay? Now, the Nexplanon is a progestin-only form of birth control, and oftentimes with progestin-onlys, you may experience irregular bleeding patterns, whether you stop getting periods altogether, have lighter cycles every month, or get what they call irregular bleeding or spotting, which could be bleeding at random times for various different lengths, okay? Now, as far as side effects that are unrelated to the bleeding, you may get some mood changes, headaches, acne, weight changes. Does all of that make sense? Approximately 99.2% effective. An amazing form of birth control. So what's essentially going to happen is we are just going to prep this procedural area here. I'm just going to wipe you down with some alcohol. We'll take some measurements and make the mark of where we want your Nexplanon inserted. And then we're going to place some iodine solution on there. We'll give you your numbing medicine. Once you are numbed up, which you'll probably feel like a pinch, we'll do a sharp and dull test to make sure you cannot feel anything, of course. And then we will insert that device and then you will be on your way. Yes, absolutely. Do you have absolutely any questions at all before we insert your Nexplanon? You're okay? All right, let me put this over there then. I am just going to put some gloves on here. And you wanted it in this arm, right? This is your least dominant arm. Okay. Awesome. I am going to reach over you here just to grab a light that will just be shining across your arm here. Just gonna move that a little bit. Very good. All right, I am going to put a little bit of a cover around you here. And if you have any questions along the way, you just let me know, okay? I'll do the first initial prep of the skin before I start pressing around here. Nice and prepped. I am just going to press around your muscles here to sort of identify where we want to place that Nexplanon. We want to definitely avoid certain areas that may have a lot of blood vessels and nerves. I'm thinking right here. And right here. Okay. And I'm just going to measure that area here. Okay, so we've made our mark. The next part here is I am just going to put some iodine solution to prep the area for a numbing injection. You are not allergic to iodine at all, are you? This should just feel like a cooling sensation. Great. Awesome. Alright, you're all set with the iodine. Next up, we have the lidocaine injection. This is where you'll probably feel a sharp pinch as the needle goes in, and then after that, you should be completely numbed up, okay? Alright, you're going to feel a poke here. Very good. We're going to insert that numbing medicine. You're doing great. We're almost done with this. I'm pretty generous on the lidocaine, so the goal is for you to feel nothing. Alright, kind of wait for that a little bit to kind of set its place. We'll give it some time for that lidocaine to work. So I have a little bit of a sharp instrument here, and I just need you to tell me if you feel it or not, just so I can see if the numbing medicine is working. So I'm going to ask if you wouldn't mind if you could close your eyes and you let me know if you could feel it or not feel it. Okay. And is it more sharp or dull? Okay. Okay. Okay, let's give it some more time then to start taking into effect. Oh, don't worry, I can be here for a while, so we're not going to rush into this by any means. Usually the horror stories I hear with Nexplanon are individuals who were not numbed before the insertion, and so they were kind of feeling everything, you know. Okay, let's try this again. If you could close your eyes, you let me know. You can barely feel it. Very good. 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 Awesome. Okay. I think you're ready. What do you think? Yeah, I think you're going to be great. All right. Here we go. And this is the quickest part of the whole thing, which is good. So here's our Nexplanon device. Alrighty, are you ready? Yep, you're gonna feel a ton of pressure. Pressure, pressure, pressure. It's going right underneath that skin. And then we're going to release it. And it's in there. Yeah, that was it. That's completely it. Cover it up here. I am going to ask that you feel the area though before you leave here, just so you become familiar with where that Nexplanon is. But you did absolutely fantastic. It is nice and superficial there for you. So what I'm gonna have the girls do is, I'm holding it here to prevent a lot of bruising. What I'm gonna have the girls do is they're gonna come in, we're gonna get your arm wrapped. Of course, you don't need any stitches or anything like that. You may get some bruising over the next few days, but that is completely normal. And then of course you may get some, you know, irregular bleeding or just different bleeding patterns from what you're used to. I'm gonna move this for you. How are you feeling? Okay? Good. A lot easier than you thought. That is what most people say, for sure. Okay. We'll keep that gauze pad there. I'm going to remove these gloves. They will also provide you with some aftercare instructions at checkout. I'm going to grab the form for that right over here. But do you have absolutely any questions before I step out and the MAs come in? You think you're okay? All right, well, you did absolutely fantastic. You rest here. The girls will come in and take care of you and get you wrapped up. Not a problem at all. I'll see you later.